Hello, everyone. This is Kavfire here with another stream, but this time we have a little surprise for you. I have been allowed to actually stream my uh, campaign that I joined last week. I didn't know we could could stream, but it is. So we were actually playing this on Fantasy Grounds, which I am liking more and more. So I am playing Devin. It's actually my character right here, as you can see. So Devin is a half elf, chaotic neutral, meaning he can go do good and light, fighter. Now the reason why I actually did fighter is because this is a 3.5 campaign. I've only played 3.5 a couple times, and but that was like at least 7+ years ago, at the very least. Could be more. I'm already fitted out in plate armor, so I'm good on that. I'm using a halberd, no ranged weapons. So I have I can actually make armor. Now, if this is a heavily restricted campaign, this is also a player-driven campaign. So, there's basically nothing whatever we do is whatever us decide to do, we will do as a party. So, last week is where I joined the campaign. I got sent in. I joined the campaign. I got traced in my plate armor and big axe, technically considered the axe, and we are building a cabin out in the woods for cleric. More explained as we go along. But let me unmute myself on Discord, and you can say hello to everyone.
All right.
All right, people, say hello to my viewers of one.
Hello, me.
Gonads.
Thank you for the follower, whoever that was.
All right. So, who's going to do the recap?
Guess I'm being volunteered.
Yes.
Which stand is going to do the recap?
Well, last session had more building. The party was clearing out the trees around the little camp they have to make space for the building as more logs were being gathered and the like. Ooh, made an oopsie. Let's see. I'm trying to remember some other stuff.
We were getting ready to start on the foundation for the base.
Yeah, we're going to get the foundation set up. Let's see. We had fought some dretches. A pair of trolls showed up during another point. Actually, no, the trolls showed up while we were asleep. And Yenard got kicked in the head.
He doesn't know that.
He does know he got kicked in the head.
But he doesn't know by who.
He can make an educated guess based on proximity upon waking up and feeling the pain.
I mean, there were 3 candidates in range to do the job.
Yes.
And I don't think one of them has enough finesse to specifically, or rather 2 of them have enough finesse to hit the head.
I mean, if it's a head that's not moving.
Let's see, we also fought some wights that were chasing our new fella Delvin into the camp. And there was also, before we ended last session, there was a coatl that made an appearance, which Cecilia talked to.
Look at him, just quaddling about.
And
that was about where we left off.
Yeah, I think getting ready to set up for the night, I think. Either second encounter of the day or... Yeah.
thought you guys were just getting up because one of the last fights was, in the middle of the night and bash somebody in the head until they wake up from being knocked out.
Right, we
The
did
Coatl
that.
was the following morning.
Yeah, it is the Quarrel. That's the last thing we did.
All right.
So
It's still even on the map. It's still on worksite.
You see nothing.
that's the saying. It's either like second. It would be either the second encounter, or we'd be setting up for camp for the night.
So, Kino has not spoken yet, but I do believe one of the last things, or not last things, but one of the things that was discussed is more needs in town because magic items.
No, not really.
No. Okay.
So, I think I don't remember any other apparently magic items that we're going to need looking over besides the axe. So it's just a matter of cutting down more trees. Or wait, were we doing one encounter a day and then night checks?
It's 2 a day and then night.
Okay, so then the Coatl would have been 1.
So, you guys have another updated map. Jeez. You guys can't even let me finish filling the map and you're already on it. Take off running. No, I don't like where you put me. Don't sit me next to them.
We go to images, right? To go on the next.
Images and then worksite 4, the newest one.
Okay.
Now, work on some more trees. Oh wait, Yenrid's only partner to help him cut down trees isn't here. So, oh boy.
Dun 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 dun.
Unless you want to hand wave it and roll for him, Coyote.
I don't know. That seems a little unfair to play his character when he's not around without his permission.
Just make Delvin use the axe.
That's also true. All right, Delvin, how's your survival check? Time to earn your keep.
I don't know. You seem really, really like you need to be paranoid about him. Are you sure you want to hand him an axe?
Well, keep in mind, I have a bigger axe.
One that isn't meant for cutting down trees, mind you.
Yes,
It's bigger, but not meant for cutting down trees.
But it still can be used to cut you in half, if need be.
Yes, and Yenrid also has a great axe and a great sword and a spear and a number of weapons on his person.
17 to that survival check.
27. So that's 44.
All right. So, who's doing patrols and going to be possibly murdered by whatever may or may not show up?
I volunteer Cecilia.
Oh, Cecilia's going to go on patrol today? That's strange and weird.
I'm eating dinner.
Okay. I'll let you roll the encounter then.
All right. Let's see spot checks from the two on patrol. Cecilia, as you are making your round on the other side of the road, goddamn DM, can't you put a player in a square properly? You see a bow floating down the river.
A boat or a bow?
A bow with a string.
Okay.
How far out from the shore?
It is still approaching you, but uninterrupted. It looks like it's going to be about 15 feet out from the dry land.
Where is Oro around this time?
Oro, give me a D8. Almost opposite side. Oro's off in the woods. No line of sight.
I mean, what a fucking whore.
Damn. Well, Oro, at least you're getting paid for it.
Nah.
Who's paying him?
I don't know. Somebody. I mean, that's the point of, being professional is it's a profession.
I don't remember anything about no payment. But let me think for a second. None of those spells will make much use. Well, she'll call out to. I guess Delvin's probably the closest person. Well, regardless, she's gonna call out to the group that she's going to. If she sees something in the water and is going to swim out to get it.
Do I need to make a listen check?
No.
Okay.
God, it's weird to me pushing the push to talk button and Discord not beeping at me.
I yell back, okay, be careful. And then I go back to, cutting wood.
Yep.
All right. Well, that being the case, she's going to cast guidance on herself and swim out to it.
Let's see your swim check.
The hat is getting set off to the side on the shoreline.
Yes, hat. You be safe, little guy.
Yes.
Flotation hat. That should be a magical item.
I am going to call your swim DC a 12.
All right. Let's see. How long do you does it look like it'll probably take to get to me?
I mean, you're kind of working on your time, so you can time it anyway.
All right. Then she's also gonna tug off her chest plate or whatever the fuck. Let me look. The chainmail she's wearing, because swimming in that is not the easiest thing in the world. All right. God.
All right. Looks like you're going downstream a bit.
I apologize. My food arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Have a noodly day.
What does guidance do?
The +1.
Oh.
Oh, all she can really do right now is try again.
Do it to it. All right, we're going further downstream.
Nice.
Aaron's gonna stop a moment. He was chopping wood, but he did pay attention to Cecilia. He's gonna start making his way towards the shoreline. I did not pick a square.
Okay. Where would I be in these at this point? I'm pretty sure I'm still moving around.
You would be basically orbiting the camp. So Stan has just taken 3 rounds worth of movement.
It's about 3 rounds of actions.
So I need 2 more rolls from Cecilia.
1, 2, 6. 6.
I'm getting the feats because I didn't get a chance to finish.
And
putting
then?
them in.
1 more. There we go. Cecilia is washed down by about 100 feet from starting point, but does get back on land. Actually, I got to put you
Fuck.
on the map because if you're off map, you can't use your token.
What do you mean on land? I was trying to go for the bow.
Well, I assume you would like to get on land after getting the bow.
Oh, I got the bow. I didn't know I even got to it.
Yes. Yes. Yenrid, as you reach the shoreline, you can see Cecilia like climbing back on shore, but like 100 feet or so downstream.
Yenrid was like in the process of taking off his chain shirt as if he was about to go after her, but he then tentatively lifts up her hat and starts walking down the shore to meet her part way.
Oh, you're just gonna leave my armor there too? You fucking dick.
Actually, well, no, that's a good point. He will take up her armor and her hat and go to carry them back to her.
How's that 20 pounds of armor feel?
Still within his light load. And be like, Jesus, talk about a scare. Or goodness, talk about a scare. Good?
She's gonna pat off her pants and remark that it's notably more difficult to swim holding a bow.
That is reasonable. Looking at the bow, does it seem fancy? What's it made of?
I have no idea.
I also kind of meant that as a question to Coyote.
He might have been subjected to food.
Yep.
So you guys can't hear me.
I can now.
The bow is rather mundane, though new.
What kind of bow?
A longbow.
She is going to accept her hat back from Yenrid as well as her armor. Basically, just toss the armor over her shoulder for now and saddle the hat back on her head and begin making her way to camp with it.
Suppose you earned the rest of the afternoon chilling, or rather warming, in front of the campfire.
You remark that, fine, I doubt that'll be too long before something else attacks the camp.
We'll go to retrieve his chain shirt and re-equip it in the meantime.
She's going to go about putting her thing back on as well, her mithril chainmail.
And then Yenrid will return to his duties and finish up the 2 trees they managed to cut down. Well, the 2 right here, actually. So just these 2 in a line. Well, after that, it's time to chill for the evening.
She's going to mess with the bow a bit, get a decent feel for it, see how it compares to her existing bow, do some test draws, test fires.
So this bow is working a bit subpar right now, given that it is a bit water saturated, which may prove that it is indeed not magical.
But is it what's its draw strength compared to like her existing composite bow?
It is a mundane longbow, not composite.
All right. He's gonna set it a handful of feet away from the fire so it can dry without actually causing any issue to the bow. And spend her time drying as well.
So, between the two of you, you've managed down 2 trees.
It's pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, considering I don't have any into survival.
It was the fact that Henry rolled a 27.
Hey,
And
if he had
we could
rolled
leave-
if he had rolled 4 lower, you'd only get 1 tree.
So true.
All right. What is the plan for the night?
Well, I imagine it would be between Delvin and Yenrid for first watch.
I'm fine with that.
Yenrid shall take first watch then.
I guess that defaults Cecilia to second watch, huh?
I reckon.
All right. Let's see about that first watch.
Yeah. I think I just rolled as the. No, I did roll as
Stan loves gambling with people's lives.
the.
Let's see your search check as you're wandering around a bit.
Search check. Up. Inventory skills. A 16.
Well, you strange people. So as you're working around the brush where you've been clearing out bushes, you can find yet another bow hidden in there.
What the fuck? Yenrid will kind of like lean over to pick it up while furrowing his brow. How does this bow look? Rather mundane?
Indeed, a little bit beat up, but a little bit more durable as well.
Yenrid will just kind of blink to himself for a moment before returning to camp and bringing that bow over towards and setting it just a few inches away from the other one Cecilia had set out to dry, away from the fire. Just to be like, well, there's another one. So it seems a little bit more durable, though it is beat up overall.
Yes.
Will just kind of use to himself, and whenever time comes, whenever he goes to wake Cecilia for her watch, he will mention the fact that he had found yet another bow sitting in some brushes a little ways away. And he'll show her the bow.
All right, Cecilia, what do you have to say for your growing bow collection?
She's gonna spend some time trying to get a feel for it, comparing it to what she's used to, bows she's seen, and seeing how it stacks up in draw strength and put a couple test fire arrows from it into the tree line.
All right. Well, roll for your recovered arrows then, but this one is a +1 composite. Or, excuse me, a composite +1.
1 arrow recovered. Ba, 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 ba. Is it a long or short?
Longbow, or composite longbow +1.
Interesting. Is there anybody else going to be joining her watch?
I mean,
sleep. Suppose Delvin can join her.
yeah, I was just about to say that.
All right. Anyone else?
He's been up, so he's sleeping. Could
Then
also
I guess
hound.
that probably
Where's our
means-
paladin? Wait, why is our paladin missing?
He's a cleric.
What paladin? There's no such thing as a paladin.
Where's our cleric? Why is he missing?
He's probably sleeping. You can put him and Lodor on technically third watch.
Alright.
Why does he have to be on a watch? He's the cleric, and he's been making leather stuff all day.
Because extra eyes are extra eyes, and he doesn't want to be ambushed in his sleep just as much as anybody else.
He's not worried about being ambushed in his sleep. People will kick Stan in the head.
Yes. My proudest moment of the campaign so far.
All right.
All right, let's see that I can counter roll for second one.
Sex.
We don't have any.
True.
All right, let's see your spot checks.
I love this one.
You will both see Cecilia first. The DM choking on air.
It
Okay.
happens.
There, up the road, is what looks like a cloud crossing the road, except for it's about waist high.
Cecilia is going to point it out to Delvin and just kind of squint at it and try and determine what it could be. Does it seem to be just moving in a flat direction? Does it seem to, be moving willfully?
It is meandering a bit, but it's making its way across the road, just not in a perfectly straight pattern.
Is it heading
Jeez.
towards us?
It is crossing the road to the north in approximately the direction that arrow.
She is going to, like I mentioned, point it out to Delvin, but if it's just going to meander and cross on its own, then she doesn't see any reason beyond just keeping an eye on it to start anything.
All right. As it goes on its way, you can kind of see that it sort of has arms, and it aggressively disturbs the ground within a few feet of it, but it just keeps on its path and vanishes into the woods.
Cecilia's going to just remark, that's odd.
Indeed. As Devin raises one eyebrow.
But beyond that, she will resume her shift.
Please someone get that reference because it's from a good show.
All right. That shall conclude your shift.
Alrighty. Very good.
All right. Roll for third.
Sure.
Um,
All right.
Okay.
Let's see your search check.
I will be right back. I need to tell my roommate to shut off his loud music.
All right. You find a small, dainty, very skinny, very light sword that any other oral character would think is a hilarious joke. You have found a rapier.
Oh. Does anything seem special about it? Does it seem ornate or anything?
It is certainly a bit decorative, quite well made, but given that it is scratched up and slightly rusty in some spots, it is far from the most impressive thing you've encountered just in the past couple days.
So it appears to be a bit mundane.
It's masterwork.
Oh,
Math work.
all right. I will place it with the now growing collection of random weapons we're finding for now, and then we can divvy it out from there.
Very good.
Seems like a lot of people die on the frontier
Yeah.
or lose their ship.
Yes.
A lot of people die in the West.
And they all appear to be Dex users.
Clearly, dexterity is inferior, and they're all dying because of it.
Clearly.
I thought composite bows can use strength.
For damage, not for hitting.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty then. Anything else? If not, I'll kind of, well, if anything, before putting it, I should say before putting it with the rest of the collection, I might like test it out a little bit just to see how it is in comparison to the one that I currently have. But like you said, it's just masterwork. It just seems a little bit more, it's a little rusted with a bit of an ornate pattern to it.
Indeed.
Okay. Anything else for third watch?
Well,
Here comes the sun.
Cecilia might as well join the third watch because as an elf, she only needs, a handful of hours of sleep. Might as well take up a double watch, make use of that time.
You're all in danger. Here comes the sun.
Nice.
Oh, Mr. Sun, you do shine too brightly. I'm overflowing with vitamin D.
All right. So, what is your goal for the day?
More trees. Hopefully, this group of trees.
Cecilia will join in cutting down trees.
Very well.
She will grab the weird magic axe we ripped out of a tree. And hopefully it is not a axe of tree exploding.
Well, we would want to hope that it makes the trees explode because that'll make things convenient.
Well,
No.
if you're using that axe for tree cutting, you're only going to get half your results.
But those are still more results than hitting it with a stick, right?
That's true.
Maybe.
Jesus. I thought it was like a wood cutting axe that was buried into a tree.
No, it was a
was-
magic great axe.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think we passed still.
Oh, 41.
Well, it is magic, right? We determined that much.
Yeah, because the tree had been growing around it, and the blade and the rest of the axe was just fine.
Then there's no risk of it really breaking on hitting wood, right? Like there would be on a standard, combat axe.
I wouldn't
Correct.
think so.
Yeah, it's not going to break. It's just really shitty at cutting trees.
I mean, she'll still use it to attempt to help.
I'm just gonna patrol like normal.
I assume I'm going to get like a negative to the modifier, or is just the DC higher?
I'm just going to half whatever your results are.
Good luck having that.
Oh.
Well, we still cut down 2 trees all the same.
All right, Alice. Seems you're the one doing patrol.
I might literally just be better off hitting the tree with arrows.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. With Cecilia helping, it helps guarantee that we're going to cut down 2 trees each time.
Guarantee my fat cock.
Should I roll a d8 for position?
I'm so glad I put that
Sure.
explicit.
What?
So, Alice, let's see your spot check.
Overnight. One's real. Spot.
Yep. All right. It's all great. Never mind those 2 nearly naked individuals that you just saw duck into the forest on the other side of the river. Everything's fine.
Oh dear.
Alice is gonna rub his eyes and kind of like double take on that. And somehow try and like signal the party without like yelling. I'm not sure how I can. Well, I figure I want to get your attention without letting them know I saw them, kind of thing. I guess the only other option is to continue patrol, but like make my way, like instead of going directly around, like kind of make my way closer to the party so I can let them know.
Well, I'm going to say anybody else in the party that is paying attention may make a listen check. Otherwise, it's just going to wait until Alice gets back to camp.
Yeah, sure. Because clearly her focus isn't on hitting fucking trees.
Hey, you're doing fine shaving the bark off that tree. It makes the target easier for the others to see.
She's not doing a fantastic job listening either, though.
No, you don't get to hear much over the banging of trees.
I'm assuming I can't make a listen check.
You may attempt it, though it's going to be a little more difficult for you than it was for Sisla.
Attempt to one, man. Oh my god.
22.
Oh, Yenrid's got some of that bark in his ear. Yes, you can make out that there are words coming, and you can shush Yenrid so that you can hear that Alice is kind of trying to get people's attention, somewhat subtly.
I say, quietly, we should probably move and help Alice. I quietly reach down to the ground and pick up my halberd that's right next to where I'm cutting the tree and try to quietly move, like very carefully in plate armor.
I feel bad for your character trying to cut down trees in goddamn plate armor.
Hey, it's fine as long as he doesn't break a sweat or have to pee in a hurry.
Exactly.
All right, so Alice is coming back and somewhat aggressively gesturing at the party, and the party is now being made aware of this. So, do your do.
Guys, I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure I just watched two half-naked people just kind of jump into the bushes over there across the river. I don't know if we're being watched or something, but I think I'm not quite sure what's going on. But I'm pretty sure I just saw that all go down.
Can I get a slight reminder? Does that description fit the detail of the weird cult folk we bumped into before?
Indeed.
Oh shit!
I would ask Colt. Folk? Sorry, Colt. Folk.
Yeah, you weren't around here for it, lad, but
Though the correct term you should be using is tribals, not cult.
yeah, tribals.
Lorica, sorry, not Lorica, Cecilia is going to kind of just start shuffling her way over here with Alice. Presuming, he was heading back this way.
Yeah, I figured.
So she's gonna make her way down to the water side and just gonna chill, enjoying the water side, or at least pretend to. Gonna fish into her backpack, pull out a tankard of ale, and offer one to Alice. And start chatting with him in Elven.
Devin's gonna casually make his way over here. And he'll sort of whistle a tune, like he's going to the bathroom.
Oh,
But
go ahead.
as she fishes into her backpack to fetch that tankard of ale for him, he's going to activate, not activate, but uncork a bottle and pour it into his tankard.
Activate booze.
Yeah, detect chaos potion. Tribal is almost guaranteed to be chaotic. If he drinks that, he might be able to pinpoint where they are on the other side.
You've got nothing.
No chaotic pinging up on it.
Other than the people behind you, no.
Well, she's going to remark, well, hold on. She's going to remark in Elven to him that, well, I still have one for good, evil, and law.
Delvin replies in Elvish as well. Okay, do what you will. Whisperly, but just loud enough that she can hear him.
She's talking, fairly normal volume. She doesn't exactly want things she's saying to be heard over the river in case, they happen to speak Elvish, but
I believe I would be in range with that.
she's going to ask Alice if she thinks that they might be hostile. Good chat.
Hold on.
Hey, those are some good noodles.
Okay. Uh,
That is incorrect. You did. They didn't jump in the bushes when you noticed them. You noticed them as they were jumping into the bushes.
I just I know some hidden. You know how the mind plays and stuff like that, but yeah, I'll play this. I'll retro on that one then.
are you guys typing in English?
Yeah, I'm typing in Elvish. Square up.
Yeah,
I
that's a thing you can do in Fantasy Grounds. There, you can actually have like conversations disguised between a language barrier. So, for example, Yenrid doesn't speak Elvish, so all I see are the Elvish letters. I don't understand what it says.
Oh, okay.
You're just talking in fucking moonspeak.
Yep.
How do I get that?
Get good.
Type Elven into one of your languages on your character sheet.
Um, Let me make sure I'm spelling it right. Uh,
I'm sorry. Somebody knocked on my door. What happened?
Cecilia and Alice are talking over by the river, investigating some tribal/natives that had appeared on the opposite shore and then disappeared. And after attempting to use a potion of detect chaos, there was no luck in spotting them.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
farther than I thought anyway.
But I have.
I did not mean that. I accidentally clicked and dragged when I meant to get the friggin' scroll bar.
What the fuck, Stan?
Zowie!
That is some new exotic. He's possessed! Get him!
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so detect evil and stuff like that is only a 60-foot cone, so yeah, they wouldn't quite reach over the river anyway. Yeah, that looks farther.
Would I at least have a general idea of where they went into the bush? You know, spook them by shooting an arrow into it?
Maybe
I mean-
not shooting an arrow into potentially non-hostile people.
I mean, you could, but it's also been several minutes already.
Yeah. The other thing is that the tribals, we came more or less face to face with them prior, but they did not engage us. As standoffish as the encounter was, they did not initiate.
One did attempt to cast a spell on Cecilia, which she resisted.
True.
All right, in this case, for now, they're on the other side of the river. We just need to be wary, mindful that they're here.
Cecilia's going to shift the conversation to common and remark that she does hope that if they decide to make their presence known, that they are open to diplomatic approaches.
Alrighty then. That I'm gonna say after pointing that out, I'm gonna continue on then with my rounds.
This sounds like it's grounds for a second encounter roll.
Shy.
Do it. You won't.
Now it's time to get 8. You motherfuckers are never gonna believe it.
Yeah.
Spot checks
Oh boy.
for those that are on patrol.
Do I need
It's
to
Oh,
roll a
just on.
D8?
All right. Well, discard Yenrid then.
Okay, Yenred, fuck your character. You've been discarded.
D8 location
He didn't say roll a d8 slot.
and spot from location.
So Cecilia, let's see your
Yep.
D8.
Okay, I will roll a d8 because you requested me to roll a d8. Here's my d8. 8.
Oh, so you two are just like walking hip and hip. And Cecilia,
That's me.
there's a bow on that branch up there.
Another.
Cecilia's gonna squint at it for a moment.
Hey, this one's nice and shiny, despite the fact that it's like covered in pollen and debris from the tree.
Moss.
She just seems kind of like confused at why she has found, or the group rather, has found a total of like 3 bows in the span of a day.
I'm trying to see if I can
She's gonna
get
kind of nudge Alice and
Alvin,
point
but
to it and
it's
remark, "You much of a climber?"
Yeah, I can climb a little bit. Got to climb the occasional ladder, tree once
All
in a
right,
while.
all right, little spider monkey, go get that bow out of that tree.
Okay.
She's gonna pat her chainmail and remark that it's not great for climbing.
Uh,
She is, however, going to boop him with a guidance spell for a +1.
okay.
Oh, they've been uploaded at. What is this?
Let's
Just
see
roll
your climb check. Yeah.
Leave my chain shirt down. 19.
All right, you're able to claim the bow.
Woo! I'm gonna come back down with the bow. Or I'm gonna see if I can kind of, lower it, like drop it down or lower it down enough that it's just being dropped down to Cecilia. So I'm not trying to climb down with the bow in my hands or on me.
Cecilia,
Small.
go bonk.
I mean, I would hope I'm intelligent enough to know that he's dropping an item.
Yeah, but bonk is funnier.
Okay.
It even like makes a squeaking noise on impact.
That is a weird bow.
All right, so you've got a bow that has been unnaturally protected from the elements.
And I'm just gonna make my way back down the tree after carefully handing the bow off as best I can.
She's gonna scratch her the side of her head and remark, "You don't think those tribes people are just leaving these out as gifts or something?"
Possible, but still, that's just
What are the
weird.
chances of running across 3 different bows in the span of a single day? They're low, right?
No, it's actually
Yeah.
pretty high because everybody put a longbow on their wish list.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, what? That's not related to the game.
Oh God, the voice of God has spoken.
Did you hear that?
That's it. Yeah, that is the weirdest thing in the world. But yeah, that is kind of odd to have something. What? One came down the river, one was found on the ground, another one was found, and then we got. Well, one was found, another one came down the river. I got this one here. Remarking as putting chain shirt back on.
She is going to give it the same effective test run as she has given the previous bows she has found.
Gonna stand back a couple stand away a couple feet out of range.
Yeah.
In case things happen.
A test of draw strength, a test firing an arrow into a tree, general upkeep, look over, etc.
All right, roll for your arrow recovery.
It broke.
So this bow has a rather mundane draw strength, but is resulting in the arrows certainly going deeper than they otherwise should. And despite the bow being rather dirty and ratty from being up there for so long, once it's cleaned, it's in pretty much perfect condition.
And she's gonna raise her brows at this. I assume this is another longbow.
Indeed.
God. Look it over and give it a remark that she rather likes this one.
Flip you for it.
What do you say?
Flip you for it. Coin.
Considering how you like to use a sword. No.
Longbow.
Why has he got a picture with a sword?
That's a long. The funny thing is, the way the thing pictured, it actually is a bow.
Oh, it looks like he's holding like a long sword, like
It
I
a
can
does.
see the
large
curve.
sword.
Yeah, I can see the curve of it, of the bow.
I just thought it was like a weirdo fucking elf sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of the nameplate. I'm looking at the character sheet, and it continues down well past the hand.
Okay. Well, he doesn't want to give up the bow.
At a combat, it would be like at a game. It'd be like everybody's gonna hear like fighting in the woods. It's us fighting over the damn bow.
You're just gonna end up whacked in the forehead with the fucking bow limb.
Yo,
There's plenty other bows to choose from.
but this one's shiny.
Yeah, you can have the shiny bow when you land as good a shots as me.
I'm the one that climbed the tree.
Yeah, because I told you to.
Because it would have been funnier to. At least I would have made it up there. It would have been funny to watch you fall out of it.
That just means I have better decision making, doesn't it?
No.
Just like the decision to keep this bow.
What bow?
Children, don't fight over the bow.
Oh shit, we have a stalker.
Jet! You're spotted.
What?
I'm gonna presume we're gonna make our way back to the party after the rest of our shift.
Sure,
Yeah.
because it's starting to get dark, and you guys don't want to be out there after dark with the way Alice attracts demons, do you?
Yeah, you make a valid point. He does attract the unsavory types. But
All right.
as she does get back to the group, she is gonna waggle the bow to them as if to say, "We found another one."
Yenrid lets out an amused but also slightly concerned chortle. What in the world?
So it made me wonder if those tribal folk Alice said he saw across the river are just leaving these around as gifts, maybe? Or something?
Who knows? They could have, dare I suggest, they could have killed previous adventurers who passed by and simply did not see the worth in their bows.
And just hung them up in the branches of a tree?
Yenrid nods. Who knows what goes through their minds?
They're tribals.
Centis will say, adventurers, usually, in my experience, are either paranoid and don't just leave their stuff on the ground. Could be, the bow was hung up on a branch, so it was off the ground, and then the adventurer was chased off or unable to recover it before. Well, or
3 of them in this area?
we are on the frontiers. If wandering people are coming out here, this is kind of the point at which a semi-skilled individual or a group of individuals may begin to attack them. These could just be the remains of people that were killed or attacked. This is the frontier. We're not the first people to try and make a living or profit coming out here and prepping the area for more.
Yes.
Well,
Cecilia's just getting a very
I mean, it
and
does
each
seem like
bow we have found has been successively better than the last.
Think they're part of a set?
No.
it seemed like this one put the arrow in a little bit deeper into the. You'd say kind of seemed like a little bit stronger.
Cecilia's gonna wrap her knuckle against the limb of the bow and remark that if her experience with magical items thus far has been any indication, any item they have come across that has been left out to wear and tear and suffered no degradation has been magical in nature so far.
And so far, none of them have made you grow extra limbs or change colors or reduce to half your size or begin to age regress, so that's a good sign.
It is a good sign.
Yes.
It'd be an even better sign if it inflicted such things onto the target.
Yeah.
That is a terrible and disgusting idea.
True, but it's better than to be the subject of it yourself.
And the stories and documents I've read, items of such powerful chaos also run the risk of turning your enemy into something immensely powerful and devastating and getting you killed. One day it's shrinking them into legless gremlins, and the next day it's turning them into 15-foot rabid bears that teleport.
Cecilia's going to remark, your world sounds horribly chaotic.
As I understand, it would have far more dragons and other wondrous creatures that we've just now started to see. Very dangerous place.
Well, I mean, it is a very large, very well-traveled, very well-documented world, whereas this world seems small and very infant. Not much is known. I mean, aside from 2 neighboring countries and almost no contact, this world seems to have very little in the way of knowledge of what is beyond.
Well, is it that exciting? Yenrid says with a small smile.
Cecilia's just going to remark that the town she's from was a bit isolationist, so she just thought that was normal.
Well, from my point of view, knowing what a big, large world with a rich history can contain, it's actually kind of terrifying. You guys have oceans and barely the concept of boats that can cross them. For all you know, there could be 1,000 submerged dragons coming this way, and when they emerge, nobody's ever seen it. So, let's send our children to feed them, and maybe they're friendly, and then your world is conquered.
Cecilia's going to give sort of a half shrug, like, I mean, yeah, before remarking, to be fair, if there were 1,000 dragons at our shore, even if we sent an army, there was not a great deal that could be done about it right now, I imagine.
Right. But still, my world, big, chaotic, and 1,000 dangers we know. Your world, you've seen things here that shock and surprise you, but yet, from the idea of what I've seen in my world, it's mundane and boring, and that concerns me. What's going to happen when your world faces something that's slightly less mundane?
That's just
Did
a question.
man fear to not wander away from its first campfire?
Well, maybe. But since you guys seem to have the mundane world, why don't we embrace the mundane and start building a floor for our building?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
about to ask, don't we have to actually dig it out, or do we have to? Are we just gonna lay it on top of the ground?
Sis is going to roll her eyes and remark that, speaking of mundane, it seems like a good idea to get a little bit of a academy cataloging the oddities of late set up back in town the next time we go.
In order to catalog, one must research and be exposed, and you are the ones being exposed. Do you really want to go back to town for days at a time to write it down and draw pictures? You seem to be very upset that we're not sprinting down the road at everything. Instead, it's kind of trickling towards us.
No, I just find it a far cry of what I expected an adventuring life to be. I did not expect to be sitting building lodges for weeks on end. I understand the purpose behind them, but it is not what one reads about in stories and tales.
I mean no insult by this, but you are the strangest, most urgent, most impatient, and most immature elf I have ever met. In my world, elves would embrace the idea of sitting in one place, building structures for decades on end, and would shun and threaten exile to those who are eager to go down the road and meet new things. They would consider that the realm of lesser, more immature races, such as humans.
She's going to cross her arms and remark that many of my kin do share such beliefs, but I find no particular joy in the matter. I was always roused by tales of heroes going out and doing great deeds, saving villages, defeating great evils, rather than planting a tree that'll grow over the next millennia, in which one of my kin will build a home in eventually.
Well, good. Then we can settle for the two-story roadhouse, and I won't have to worry about you going elf on me and insisting it needs 18 more floors.
Well, may I also add something we else should build while we're building this?
No.
Lodge. We should probably build a watchtower to keep a better eye on the surroundings. This is the frontier, after all.
That is a bad idea, and the reason is mostly bureaucratic. If we stick with it being a roadhouse, lightly fortified, stocked, ready for a fight, and just settle for having guards on the second floor occasionally peeking out windows, then we can continue to just call it a roadhouse and a tavern. But the moment we start building watchtowers, it's going to start to smell a bit like a military location, and that's going to get the actual military rather upset, and that's just never fun.
Cicely is going to nod towards Sentis in agreement and remark that, yes, well, a lot of the other nations also likely wouldn't like the idea of, she finger quotes, military fortifications being built further and further out. It could be seen as a sign of expansionism and cause them to be fretful.
But wouldn't the prospect of actually building a lodge with possible armed guards also
They don't have to know about that. They just know it's a lodge.
Well, it's not going to have armed guards in the concept of a standing military or mercenary force. It's just going to be a roadhouse for adventurers. It'll have a guard or two, not much different than an inn in a actual city might have. We're not, hopefully, not going to have it enduring a siege, but for the moment, it's just to make the roads a bit safer than they are. So, while your suggestion certainly is the path of wisdom and longevity in this adventure, it unfortunately makes it political.
Cecilia sighs and just kind of remarks aloud. I'm just not looking forward to the possibility of that giant coming by and deciding to thwack it.
That's why we
Politics.
don't let Alice inside.
Cecilia's gonna kind of like purse her lips and be like, yeah, all right.
Very well. But just note that I voiced my opinions.
It's also the fact that we're building this on the ground rather than in the ground or on a basement is because we're going to accept that it is on the frontier. We may lose it, and worst case scenario, we just build it 50 feet further away. Because, well, if we decide to dig out a basement or put actual foundation in, then it's going to double or triple the amount of time we're here. And, well, L40 impatient, gotta go.
That is true. We do have I do have somewhat of a kin that is very impatient. At least I'm willing to spend the time.
But still,
One
we're going to
running
be.
away from a bunch of creatures in the middle of the night right into our camp. Yenrid like pokes. He doesn't poke Delvin, but he like points a finger at him at the mention of like patience and stuff like that.
He did lose a relative moments
Yes.
before.
Yes. You're forgetting about my poor uncle. Thank God his children did not see that.
Cecilia's just gonna kind of cross her arms and roll her eyes. Seems like she's being pegged as the impatient one here for just having different views.
Yenrid doesn't mind Cecilia's opinion. He's just going with the flow himself. He has his goals, but they're farther up the stream, literally and metaphorically. All right. Let's get dinner in our bellies and get ready for rest.
Yes.
And besides, the one advantage to us doing this way is nobody will be picking up our bows in a few months. We will keep them to ourselves and progress in a more safe fashion. Besides, you guys have worked so hard to collect, what are we up to? 15 bows now in between all of us?
Cecilia's gonna count on her hand.
Census is clearly exaggerating the number, but
Yes, about those bows. Would it be possible for me to grab one? I might be beneficial to actually have one since I lost mine while running from those foul creatures.
Cecilia's gonna remark, are we counting crossbows and counting ones that have been given away to local folk? If so, I would say that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half. 7.5 bows, I believe I'm up to at least.
is the half bow the musical instrument you brutally murdered a monkey for and then just gave away anyway?
No?
Delvin would actually say,
I forget that part.
murdered a monkey?
A
Well-
monkey tried to steal from me and then ran off, and I shot it while it was running.
Yenrid nods.
What is wrong with you? Monkeys are adorable.
It jumped into our carriage, yoinked her instrument from her hands, and attempted to take her hat, and then tried to run off.
That does not give.
While its companions tried to maul us.
Well, now that I get the full story, then I would say, but monkeys are adorable.
Monkeys are obnoxious. There's been no less than 4 different incidents with them.
Including
Well-
the dire ape, I suppose.
Clearly, it's dangerous to monkey about in the woods.
Yes, and the risk they pay for that is getting an arrow.
Couldn't you
In the butt from 100 yards.
Couldn't you have just tried to wound it or scare it off?
No.
And I think with a creature of that size, I don't think there's much option to wound it unless you're an aged professional. Creature of that size with a long bow, Yenrid shrugs.
So, who's on first shift?
Well, Delvin, do you want to take first shift this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Devin will take first watch.
All right, Delvin. Since it seems you got conned into a watch, you get to make an encounter roll.
Oh, that's just a standard D20, correct?
Correct. An 8 again.
Hey,
another
oh, hey, I'm gonna be
fucking
late.
bow.
This is gonna be
So,
comical.
Delvin, in the distance, with the assistance of the moon as a backdrop, you can spot a wooden built structure off the ground in a tree in the distance.
How far away?
It's a good few miles.
I was so terrified. I thought it was something else for a moment.
Were you
It's a
thinking it was
giant.
Baba Yaga's hut?
Yeah, I was thinking it was that for a moment.
I would take note of that, and we'll inform the party when in the morning.
Be honest, Stan. You thought it was a gargantuan barrel.
The world's largest mimic, mimicking a tree with a tree house.
Mimic? What's a mimic? Never heard of these mimics. What are you talking about? All right. Who's on second watch?
Yenrid and Cecilia, unless Alice wants to do second watch this time instead of third.
I'll be right back. And
I
yeah,
can't-
she'll be on with second and third.
I can't see anything. That's why I don't do second watch.
Do
I
you have
have
any-
dark vision.
Well, Yenrid has the campfire and a torch and ever-burning torch to use, so
All right, so yeah, I'll take a whack at second watch then.
I just want to point out that the last 3 encounter rolls were all 8s.
you said you were going to do second watch, Alice?
Yeah, sure, I'll take a whack
All
at
right,
it. See what
yeah, you can.
happens.
Yeah, you can take up an ever-burning torch then. Yeah, I suppose you didn't know. I should have mentioned that we have an ever-burning torch in one of the carriages.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I was gonna have Cecilia participate on second and third watch.
I'll just use it for the watch. Like I won't put it in my inventory. It'll just be something during the watch I'll use and then put it back.
Right. You have 2 actually, a normal one and then an orange ever-burning torch.
Ew.
Ember burning.
All right.
Cecilia has an ever burning torch.
Oh,
Want me to
is it
roll?
the orange one or?
Oh, I just have it listed as ever burning torch. Torch. Torchieri.
All right. So, you guys really want to have Alice roll and see if you guys can get another giant?
Yes.
He's gonna get eaten again. Oh my god!
It wasn't an 8.
I'm more scared that it was something lower than 8.
Okay. I told you guys that that was dangerous, but you guys decided to do it anyway, and I'm glad you did because, yes.
Spot checking.
Oh, yeah. You go ahead, do your spot check.
I am back.
All right, spot check for the people on second shift. All right. Cecilia, with your dastardly little elven eye.
Dastardly?
Dastardly. But it's only dastardly, not Dick Dastardly.
Okay.
Dak Dastardly.
You see something straight from the nightmares of Yanyard.
A colossal barrel.
Another bow.
All right. In the distance, a very gray, pale, flesh-colored creature with a head looked like it's designed for swallowing humans is approaching.
Mhm.
Oh, shit. I grabbed the wrong creature. Hold on. I gave the right description. I just grabbed the wrong stat block.
Was it a weaker stat block?
The stat block I accidentally grabbed involved a bit of save or die.
Ugh.
Oh. Oh boy.
Yeah, no, we don't want to fight that.
On the other hand, it would have triggered at least 2 of Stan's kinks.
That's a wide net to cast.
All right. So, giant, flesh-colored, human swallowing whole kind of creature is approaching from the north. And Stan,
Yeah.
give me a d20.
Oh boy.
11 or higher, you're safe. 10 or lower, you suck.
I'm safe.
Okay. Stan, you are perfectly safe as that tree is shoved over and lands directly next to you.
Do I need to make a listen check to wake or?
Oh no, you left the ground when that impacted. If anything, just a save to not shit your pants literally. Okay.
All right, bet.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
your
passed.
your pants are safe for another day. On the other hand, everybody should roll initiative for this because loud as fuck noise and ground moved.
Oh, another gray render.
Oh, another skull.
Another gay render.
Another
Wow.
grinder.
Another natural 20.
Oh, time to get up on that friggin' ballista carriage.
Oh dear
Not with
God.
how close this dildo is.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
You're right, I
mean-
should do it anyway.
You got your shot for one shot, but then if you piss them off, the wagon may disappear from underneath you.
All right,
Well-
I am going to be back real quick and fetch a drink since I'm low in initiative, or relatively low.
Good luck.
Alright, is it my turn? Is it ready?
Yes.
Alright, she is going to scramble to her feet and climb up into the ballista. She remembers how unpleasant the last one was.
Alice. Close target.
Uh-huh.
Alice will be fine. It's not like he's died before.
Oh yeah.
And Cecilia is going to immediately open fire on it. She's going to immediately open fiber. It is within 30, so I actually get point blank shot on it. I hit it.
Good.
All right, here's some damage.
Wounded.
I like how I just add all the fucking question marks in.
Huh?
Sneak attack ballista. Because
Oh.
it is flat footed because it has an act in an initiative.
Okay.
It's only an extra d6, but I will take an extra d6 because an extra d6 is an extra d6. Extra d6.
Success.
I'm back.
I'm gonna back up a bit.
Welcome back. I sneak attacked it with a ballista.
God damn.
God, I hate these NOS energy drinks that Taylor gets. I do not like the taste, but it's the only thing in the house to drink right now.
Max damage. Woo. Yeah, I'm not staying close to that thing whatsoever.
Yenrid has little choice. Well, actually, wait, no, we got some extra bows. That means Yenrid can use one.
Yeah, there are like 3 bows currently sitting next to the fucking campfire.
It's because Yenrid gave his previous longbow to Alice, but yeah, now that there's a replacement one, fuck it.
There is a basic longbow. There is a composite longbow that I think is +1, and then there's a. I think there's another. No, then there's the magic one that I took, and then there's my old composite longbow that's +0.
So 3,000.
All right. Sentis is going to yell bullshit and throw a dagger.
I'm going to add a composite longbow.
He's not going to take one of those longbows.
He's not taking anything he's not been offered.
What a weird dude.
All right.
Strange little fellow.
Alice, you are being charged.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's going tickle.
Because
4.
we like the extra +2 to hit.
Oh my lord.
God fucking damn.
Max damage.
Homeboy just got backhanded.
Gonna slap that white hair right off your elven head.
Oh, looks like a ginger by the end of this.
Dude's making a squeaky toy noise.
Okay.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. Now it tastes like chicken.
Delvin is going to go up to this thing and try to chop it with his halberd.
Great news. You move through its threatened range, so you provoke.
Okay.
It's large. It's fucking big.
Ooh. I think it hit you.
Oh.
All right. Proceed with your attack.
Okay. I am going to power attack this thing.
At what minus? That's the question.
2, because I can only do 2.
Fair.
This man just lost 30% of his health in one hit. You should not be standing beside this thing.
Aaron's just looking at him like, yeah, I made the same mistake too.
You
Okay, I
learn
hit.
pretty quick.
So
Cecilia
Cool.
should
Animal.
learn baking as a skill
actually, that would be
because of all the Hertz donut going around.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
that would actually be 9, because I forgot to add the +2 from power attack.
Ote.
I just fixed that.
All right. And Dan?
Oh, yep. Da.
Go on, Yenrid. Get in there. You know you
Yenrid's
wanna.
going to stand up, given that he was prone prior. Then he will pull out his longbow or rather, the new longbow, the composite +1, and let it fly at the Grey Render. Ooh,
Nice.
so close. Oh, that was almost the wrong attack. There we go. +1.
Could have been worse.
Yep.
All right, let me remove the +1 from my inventory. So Cecilia's going to call out to Sentis that he can take one of the bows. Because she sees him throwing daggers at it.
You know, that just reminded me that Cecilia gave him the daggers to stop it from eating him.
Yeah, and he threw it. The first thing he fucking did was throw it.
Just fucking threw it.
Hey, he's got a great axe now. The dagger is just like a warm up, and because he's not going to charge in first.
You can't use the great axe inside it, though. Probably. I don't know his feeding. Cecilia's going to carefully extricate herself from the ballista. And put a little bit of distance between her and it. And fire her longbow at it with that fancy magic longbow of magicness. Magic longbow.
All right.
You said this one is not composite, right?
Correct.
That drops it by 10 feet, right?
Correct.
I'm adjusting my sheet real quick.
Correct.
+7 to attack is actually pretty damn good. Which, for clarification, I had +4 because I'm a strength,
Okay.
and +3 because I'm a fighter 3.
I don't think it's considered flanked because I don't think Alice has anything ranged. Is that accurate?
It is correct.
Alright. So no sneak attack dice.
Also, somebody would have to be actually on the opposite side anyway.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like Delvin, I guess you could argue. You could draw a line if like Lodor had a reach weapon or something, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. Doesn't matter.
Hey, Alice, how's your tickle?
Unless someone manages to feint it somehow and get it to be
Retreat.
flat-footed.
Fuck this shit. 5, 10.
Why are you full retreating? You could have just walked away.
I can't because
Well, you could have 5-stepped.
No, you're not passing through its area.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's still moving in a square. So stepping back from there provokes. If it's unless it's 5 foot step or full retreat.
I was saying 5 foot step. Like you could hop like
5 foot step there.
I'm gonna say you could hop like there for something, and then it's more likely to hit Delvin.
Sorry, Delvin. Taking one for the team.
That's my job! I am big tanky boy. Somewhat. But I
You're
don't
not.
have...
You're not tanky at all. You are squishy. You're a little squishy elf boy. Oh, you're right. I forgot the rapid fire. God, I'm stupid.
You couldn't because you moved.
Ah, that's also true. You're right. I'm slightly less stupid, and I will play this as an intentional thing that I remembered.
All right, sounds good. All right, because Yenrid's like opposite side of the fucking battlefield, and new guy's about to become jiggling jelly. That means Santos has to run in order to try and save a life. So Santos is taking a whack.
Ow.
And Santos is now going to make a swing.
Why?
I want to go home now.
God damn.
All right. Y'all watching this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But who's it gonna attack?
No, who's getting who's getting a full attack?
If it hits Delvin, he's fucking dead. If it hits Sentis is pretty tanky. Oh, 2 2s and a 12. Damn, it actually rolled really low against him. And minimum damage. Sentis, no wonder he's a cleric. He has the luck of the gods.
Yes. I'm going to slash at it again with power attack.
It was literally about the best thing that could have happened, aside from it missing all 3.
Okay. Yes, max damage!
Ooh, nice, max damage.
And that is my turn.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Not bad for level 3 fighter.
Yeah. Yenrid's going to drop the longbow for the moment, pull out his great axe, power attack at -2, and he's going to charge the Grey Render.
Uh-oh.
-4. That makes your attack a 0.
Yeah.
And a potential nice surge of damage.
Yep. All right.
Let's
Provoke.
be your slapstick.
Oh my god, are you kidding me right now?
Damn, Yenrid.
Dude, he's about to get backhanded across the field.
Well, good thing I have a lot of fucking health.
Whew.
Jesus Christ.
There goes half of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, nearly half of it. All right. -2 to hit, +2 from charge, so that's a nice balanced 0. So just a normal old great axe swing.
Bonk.
Up, plus 4 damage. Here comes the hit. And
That's a good hit.
a mean rending of the render's flesh.
Yeah, you dealt almost as much as it did to you.
All right, and that is Yenrid's turn.
All right. Cecilia is going to rapid fire this time.
Let's do this. And so for clarification,
I'm
we
still staying
get
within
max,
30, so I get my point
damage.
blank, which is nice. A natural one, so that one misses, and the other one hit. Okay. And minimum damage. Damn. Yeah,
You've
that
been fucking
happens
up your bow
sometimes.
skills too much today, and now they're jinxed.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Let's see. Aside from that, no, I move. I used full. Never mind. I'm gonna waddle my way up a little.
All right, Alice, you can unclench and fire properly now.
Wait, can I 5-foot step? Or I can 5-foot step while rapid fire?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll hoppy over here. Okay, great.
All right. Rapid fire. Point blank. 8.
You missed.
Gonna miss.
Damn, 16 missed. That's worrying.
Hey, didn't completely unclench.
All right. Sentis is going to take a 5-foot step to get flanking with Yenrid, and
Smart.
then full attack.
You love to see the tactics.
Stab him in the kidney. Holy shit, he's actually going to stab him in the kidney.
Yeah, there's a good chance it'll die right here.
Yeah, it's getting stabbed in the kidney. Oh my god!
Oh!
Absolutely
Oh!
dead. Max damage, almost.
Jesus!
Yeah, dude. Sentis absolutely fucking bodied it right there.
All right. Sentis picks up the leg he just hacked clean off and offers it to Yenrid.
Aaron says, huh? Well, I guess it's a midnight snack.
Easier to carve
Then
up and
says-
skin this way.
Oh, right.
Henrid's
So,
going to take the leg and then look back towards Cecilia. Feel like roasting this?
Cecilia remarked that meat's a bit tough, but I could. She's also going to call out great work, Sentis.
I'm going to attempt to roll to skin it as shit as my chances are without Lodor.
But Cecilia is going to remark again, because I don't remember if he picked up a bow or not, that he should take one of the bows so he has a ranged option.
Well, then you decide which one.
She's going to ask how confident he is in his strength. She's going to gesture to the render and remark, I assume pretty confident.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm on par with like a career laborer, but the axe isn't my preferred weapon. I prefer something a little more graceful.
She'll nod and fish out the two remaining is a composite and a normal one. She's going to hand him the composite one because Yenrid took the one with an actual strength rating.
He will benefit from it.
And
Yeah, he will. But
Eh.
of the two, I mean, it is the better of the two bows. So
That composite bow that you got today does have a strength rating of 1.
yeah, Yenrid took that one. But Cecilia, before the magic bow, was using a composite 0. But it's an extra 10 feet of range, so it's still at a benefit.
Okay.
then if
And
Devin would
does-
actually take the other one, if possible.
Does he ask for it?
Yes, I asked a little while ago.
Well, what do you guys got for ammo? Because, bows
Yenrid
and
will
ammo.
motion to the ballista cart. 60 arrows sitting inside that.
All right. I'll take half. That way I don't have to keep going back. Well, no, I'm going to give him 20 because that's 1 quiver.
Cecilia remarked that
Wait, I think I got it wrong.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Delvin can take the other longbow because he twied.
I was wrong. It wasn't 60 arrows. It was 100 arrows.
Goddamn.
Deduct 20. He's taking just a quiver with no refills for the moment.
That's just
one
a
stack left.
standard longbow, correct?
It is a generic longbow. Yes. Monday.
Is Delvin
100-foot
also
range. 100-foot range.
Is Delvin also going to take a quiver of arrows?
Yes.
Okay, so that is an
Cecilia.
additional 20 arrows.
Cecilia typically wears 2 quivers, one over each shoulder. And a little.
And
does
a
actually,
fifth? Go ahead.
You know what? More thematic, I think, would be one on her back and one as a what is it called? A hip quiver. One you see in like actual archery, typically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said, yeah. As in, like, yeah, I get what you mean.
That sounds like yeah.
No,
Cool.
I'm sorry.
Bro, that's
Stop
interesting.
talking. I have better things to do.
That's crazy, dude.
Hey, Yenrid,
Yes.
put your insides back inside.
Oh.
Oh, and I was gonna attempt to help him. You're
Does
better
a
at it.
15 get Yenrid anything of particular note from the Grey Render?
No.
Neat.
Can he still gather its skull?
Sure.
Sweet, another Grey Render skull.
I'm gonna roll a heal check. I'm surprised Centus didn't roll like the little heal homebrew thing.
I forgot.
You should totally remember to do it next time because you'd be kind of good at it. Here's mine. I failed. All right, let's do some generic healing.
Longbow.
Oh my god!
And here's his last one for the day.
100 feet.
And now he's going right back to sleep.
Well, I guess I'll
I mean,
I guess I'll give what's left of it to Yenrid.
Yeah, Yenrid just needs 2. Also, so that leaves Yenrid for third watch.
Cecilia will also be taking part in it. There you go. 2.
Perfect. Yenrid will thank her, and well, since they're going to be up anyways, I suppose that gives Cecilia a bit of time to roast that Grey Render leg.
I mean, yeah, I reckon. Shoot, I turned bang down low, bang render him, man. That meat tough.
all right. -4 intelligence to everybody that just heard that.
Thank God I'm asleep.
Don't you judge Boomhauer. He is a fine, intelligent individual.
He actually is. Like it's revealed at the very, very end of the series. Homeboy is actually a fucking Texas Ranger. Like not explicitly mentioned, but he like tosses his wallet onto his like dresser, and it like falls open, and you can see a Texas Ranger badge in it. Which also explains how Dale Gribble keeps getting out of his bullshit.
Maybe he's not getting out of the bullshit. Maybe he's just being watched.
It very likely too.
Also, which one of you two is going to gamble the entire lives of the party?
Well,
that sounds
assuming
fun.
Cecilia maybe. Well, do you want to roll, Kina?
No, right now I'm trying to figure out where the hell like half of my skills went.
Well, while you're figuring that out, roll for that bolt to see if it can be recovered.
Yeah, sure. No.
All right, Yenrid, you have decided that your
Okay.
shift will be quiet and peaceful and render free.
So I should have
We're down.
60, I should have 60 skill points, but only 38 are allocated. What the fuck?
I don't know. Sounds like a skill issue.
Bruh.
By the way, I will be taking a quiver of arrows.
Yeah. I had brought that up earlier. I already ticked it down. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm going
So
to
that is
shit
that
your
is 20
pants.
arrows for you, which weighs
Yes.
3 pounds.
Me strong part. Me can carry it.
Speaking of, I need to actually update Yenrid's skills as well because I forgot to do that last.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to all mine.
I just didn't level up. I didn't level my stuff up last time.
And all my stuff's like basically gone. What the fuck, dude? That is so weird. Like that is unsettling to me.
Oh wait, no, I guess I did level them up because my craft is at its max rank it can be.
Well, what shall you all do in the morning?
Kill them. Kill them
Dinner
all.
is going to try out some of that gray render meat that was roasted over the course of the final watch.
Bro, you're the only one out here getting roasted.
This man will stick anything in his mouth.
Hey, if it's cooked, that means at least most poison should be gone, right?
No.
Oh.
But what if it's a heat-activated poison?
Yeah.
That is
Think
true.
about that, did you?
Does that mean if you were to hit a gray render with a fireball, you just caused like a poison cloud to appear?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Hit him with a
First
what?
line, he
A
said fireball.
Hit him
Oh,
with
it
a what?
doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Lightning bolt does, interestingly enough.
We're very limited in what we can actually.
A lightning bolt would do the same thing.
But give me just a sec. I'm like throwing in a few skills.
No worries. Well, let's see. We got these two. We got these two trees done. We got these two trees done, I believe. Actually, no. This morning we should actually start working on building the foundation, huh?
Yes.
You sure about
How flat is the ground?
Not as flat as Cecilia.
I mean, it's getting kind of flatter with these guys fighting so much stuff on it and just beating up the ground.
Okay.
True.
So it's somewhat flat. Okay. Yes, I believe we should actually begin the process of doing that. Do we have any nails?
Yes, buckets full.
Okay. Do we have any hammers?
Yes, 4.
Okay. How are we going to do this? Are we just going to use logs, or we're just going to turn them into planks first?
Logs.
Okay. How many logs do we have?
About a few.
I want to say we've cut down at least 16 trees overall.
So we
Yeah.
should
My thought is we don't need like plank flooring.
We can do half log flooring.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yes.
No. What I was saying is if we're building a foundation, we can have the foundation, dug into the ground with the, supporting beams on the sides, whatnot. And the actual like flooring that you walk on can be made from either leather, fiber, or something similar.
Well, if we do the foundation instead of just building the floor in place, it's going to take longer.
I mean, it is near water. I assume a foundation would be needed.
Yes.
If you don't think it's needed, then by all means. But that's just, me making assumptions.
Well, if you would like, but it's going to keep us in this location longer and keep us from moving up the road for more.
All right, fuck the foundation.
Well,
But we do have a free tree that the thing shoved down.
So true.
Yes. Okay.
that tree's currently laying on Stan's bedroll.
So I think we're just going to use half logs then.
I don't know. I'm not an architect.
Well, splitting
Carpenter's
the
currently not here.
shit.
What?
Our
Party's Carpenter's currently not here.
Yeah.
All right, then just keep aggressively cutting trees until they are.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, back to cutting trees then, I suppose. Shit.
Okay then.
Yeah. Centis is wanting to start working on the floor so you guys can get off the ground and out of the mud and So, floor, easy to build. Walls, a little more skill.
Yeah, we first need the flooring, so then we can actually do the walls.
Well, we can do it like how the Amish do it.
The who?
The who? But what I mean is,
Something sounds amish about that.
yeah, I've seen a clip of the Amish will build like the frame of a house, and basically like 50 to 60 people from the community will just lift the whole house off the ground and move it.
Have you considered the fact that we don't have 50 to 60 people?
True.
I mean, what you're describing is literally how houses are built. The only thing that's different is those videos you're looking at are barns, not houses.
I am true.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's on patrol and who's making the survival checks?
I will be making survival checks unless someone's better at that.
Yenrid's rolling at a +7 for survival.
Not bad.
And the only person that really rolls better is, well, it's Lodor, and he's not here.
Yeah,
He's currently napping on the roof of the other wagon.
He's comatose. The log fell on top of him.
Bruh.
Oh, log fell on him while he was on the wagon? All right, go ahead and delete one wagon.
It's like the Wicked Witch of the West, where he just got crushed by the flying house. Oh, darn.
No, I'm just doing the patrol. What do I find?
I have a better survival skill. Because I decided with all these skills that I had laying around, fuck it, dump them into survival, call it good.
All right. So, Yenrid. Or not
Yes.
Yenrid. Alice. Alice, you get a free day, or free first half of the day with no molestations. Now, dare you roll for the second half?
It's hot.
Let's do this. Come on. 8. It bounced on it on my end.
All right. Let's see your search check. Or spot check, rather. Yeah.
Oh. Now search your spot. Not much better.
All right. Stuck in the ground next to a bush, you will find a high quality, though not magically reinforced, dagger.
Dagger.
Congratulations on your masterwork, dagger.
Dagger. I'm gonna. When I get back to camp, I'm gonna offer it to Delvin. Or not Delvin, Centus. Figuring he threw the other one.
Oh, he reclaimed that because he actually hit the enemy with it.
Gonna make a joke. Is this the one you missed with? Then I thought, yeah, he hit.
I mean, it's easy to recover your dagger when you stab it into the thing that's coming at you.
Mm.
It's like returning, but with blood.
In that case, I'll just hold on. I'll put it in with the collection.
Well, the collection has been dispersed.
Then I'll hold on to it for now. So it's a masterwork dagger.
Indeed.
I'm back. Sorry, I had a phone call.
How dare.
I know, I felt the same. But yeah, so, like, you know, some of my skills went into survival because, man, if that's not like the most rolled skill we do.
It's almost like setting off and discovering new parts of the world requires one to be capable of taking care of themselves.
Oh, you put it in there for me already?
Certainly seems like that.
I did not.
Because dagger's in there.
Well,
just,
this is a masterwork dagger. So that's a dagger you were basically given a dagger as part of your hurry up and get dressed. We can't have a nudist in the party.
Lol. But yeah, I figure Cecilia has been just watching and observing everybody else doing their thing and has been just learning that way. She may be cooking the whole time, but she's watching, absorbing, watching with those elven eyes. Or some shit like that. I don't fucking know, man.
All right, I believe it's okay. I understand.
It's okay. I'm gonna start woodworking soon with my craft art skill. I'm gonna whittle a hummingbird out of stone.
All right, so it sounds like you guys are up on yet another night.
How about you, Jen?
As usual, Cecilia will take second and third watch.
Delvin, do you want to take first or third this time?
First is fine.
All right. So Yen will be up for up to Alice. Alice, do you want to take second or third?
Realistically, the elves should take double shifts because they only require half to sleep.
I am not a full elf. I am a half elf.
Oh, well, get fucked, you half breed.
Mudblood.
How dare you? And you see Delvin give you
He's
that.
not actually saying that.
Okay.
He doesn't. Well, I don't know if she would know by looking at him or not, but
Yes, ears are stubby and kind of round. It's like somebody shaved off the point.
Yes.
it's like his face. But
In
yeah,
fact,
no, she could care less.
The favorite bigoted term for half elves is short ears.
I like that. I'm gonna start using that.
It is just a roll d20 for check, correct?
Yes.
Oh.
Let's see that 5. Ooh, a 1.
Oh, good.
Oh, I guess that's still a source of violence, just not as extreme. All right.
Oh.
Let's see some spot checks for
Let's
those that
go.
were
Let's
awake.
go!
Oh no! Here comes the skeletal
Let's see
colossus
why I
again.
put it in there.
I'm
One
getting
already in there.
flashbacks.
It's
It's
the
putting out-
skeletussy.
16.
You what? Did you just speak stupid?
I think he did.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a fluent idiot.
All right, just for that, I'm doubling up the encounter.
Let's go!
Sure less. The reason it's in there already is because it puts it in as both a ranged and melee weapon automatically.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I took it out and it all disappeared. I put it back in. It both popped in. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right. Delvin, your camp is being casually creeped up upon by scavengers that think you guys might have food, and they're right. You do have food, and they smell it, and they don't think that you deserve it.
Well, if only they were
How
polite
far
enough to
away
ask,
are they?
could have gotten some. Oh, floors.
Do I
Yay.
have a opportunity to say something?
Yes, you have one action you may take before initiative enters.
I say this in a loud voice. Enemy attack! Get your freaking heads! Get up!
Frickin'.
We're being attacked. Everybody kick Stan in the head.
Yes.
Dan made sure to sleep as far away from anyone as he could to avoid that.
And I'm saying this as loud as freaking possible.
Listen checks, everybody.
It's pretty frickin' loud. Did I hear it?
Let me roll my listen and pray and hope and honk shmee.
We're gonna have Delvin kick you again.
Yenred's going to buy a helmet specifically to wear while sleeping.
You mean
All
a
right.
Sleeping helmet.
Cecilia, Delvin,
What up?
Alice, initiative. I guess Sentis should probably roll 2, huh?
I rolled a good listen, therefore I will roll a bad initiative. Oh, I rolled a pretty decent one.
I somehow double 20'd.
Well,
That's
can't
pretty
have you
big.
using them in fight.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good. You were yelling at me about how fucking much I crit with her. You were yelling at me?
Hey, I'm not going last. Yay!
Oh, yeah, you're right. The carriage is going last.
All right, well, I'm going to take a...
Yeah, no, you're actually still going last of the players.
Can do it.
Nah, because Yenrid and Centis are not going at all.
Yeah,
Asleep.
that's it. You don't count that.
Shoot at number 3.
All right, Yenrid, you heard it here. You don't count.
Wah.
All right, I think that means Alice is getting a charge.
Well then, she's gonna scoot over there just a little bit and do some rapid firing because
Mm.
that's the main option I have.
Stepping out of 30-foot range because don't want to be next to Alice during charge. Got it.
Wait, does that actually put me out of 30? Let me look.
By 1 square.
No, that's you mean for them?
For you. That's 35 feet.
Son of a bitch. You're right. Okay. How about over there instead?
Okay.
Listen, the man exudes bad luck. I don't want to be next to him.
You mean the guy that got golf clubbed into a river and then found naked later?
After we found him naked the first time.
Yeah.
It's fine. He's safe as long as his clothes are on.
I don't know. That is. I don't seem right to me, boss.
Okay.
Anyway, she's gonna fire some AA rows at that one, and she is going to miss the second one.
Do it.
Yeah, that could have been worse. All right, now let's see if it mauls the ever-loving shit out of Delvin or Alice, or if it just rams a carriage because it's angry. Seems like a bore thing to do too.
Or if it runs for Centis, who's asleep.
I don't know. That means it'd have to go past something that's already angry.
True.
All right. So because this thing just got stabbed from the direction of the carriage, it's going for the carriage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I'm gonna have to replace that ballista.
I mean, the blitz is up high, but probably gonna
If the
fuck
carriage
the
tips
wall.
over.
Ugh, that is a lot of potential damage.
I am unaware of how much health it would have.
And it's flipped.
Oh, and there goes the ballista.
I mean, the
Wow.
ballista is still like made of like metal and wood. It's not gonna just fall over and just immediately break into 1,000 pieces, Dan.
I'm more concerned with what you have inside the wagon, like, barrels of wine or things that would, break and get everywhere.
Well, those aren't in the ballista carriage. Those are in the carry carriage.
Well, I mean, unless
Have
they're
you been-
all on unless they're all on Cecilia, are potions of cure minor wounds and light wounds and stuff.
I carry a lot of that stuff in my backpack. Yeah,
Okay, then I'll delete those.
No,
from
I
the
don't.
carriage.
I don't trust you to store stuff.
I shouldn't trust the well-being of the carriages.
Delvin, you just happened to be there when the fight broke out. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Good work, Delvin.
Well, I see that I get attacked by this boar, and I'm going to.
Scream.
No, I'm going to chop its head off. We'll try to. With a power attack +2.
That's a good roll.
Yep. Okay. That is me.
You should self-preserve yourself a little bit, Buckaroo. You are way up there in the Schmeat.
What?
That's where I'm supposed to be.
Oh man, that thing almost crit him. I'm glad it didn't. And it rolled minimum. That's good.
Oh god, but look at that damage that it does there.
Yeah, it has
Oh,
the potential
look.
for 20.
The other person with a bow.
Well, she.
Ooh, they're rolling high. That's spooky.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yenrid, listen, DC 13.
All right. And he's awake.
Yeah.
Now to roll initiative.
You're just aggressive screeching and squealing.
Right. There we go.
That's a big initiative. That's a big
Yeah.
boy.
And Yenrid will, first things first, get up from his bed and, well, shit. He doesn't have really much he can do.
Why not?
Because, everything that's fighting is engaged in melee.
You have a weapon, don't you?
Well, I mean, yeah, but his move action was getting up.
Large creatures or creatures that are a full-size category different than one they're engaged with can be targeted.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, yeah, Yenrid will try to pop the bow into this, no, into Dire Boar 4.
Bore 4?
Yep, Boar 4.
Bore 4. Smart, you're targeting the wounded one. The most wounded one, at least if the color is any indication.
Right.
Ooh, and they hit. Don't forget to make sure it's set up for +1.
It is. 5
5.
damage. That's interesting.
Good boy. Well. Do I run? Do I fight? Yeah.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
You should probably 5-foot step and then resume attacking. That way it can't full attack you.
But it
That's
can
my-
5-foot step and just get me. Full round.
Yeah, but, it gives it a chance not to. Then that one might decide, Delvin's closer and attack him instead.
Okay, I'll come up and say hi to you.
Like, can you not do that?
Delvin needs 2 of them.
Delvin's in between 3 of them. Man needs to learn when to bail. That's not a situation you should be in, bud.
Am I within their melee range?
Nope.
Oof. Ooh. Oh, nice. Max damage.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I don't like the way this is going already. Let's see. Hold on.
There's you. All covering hole the hole.
Or normal. And damn, now that's not going to be worth using. Caster level's not high enough to make a good use of that one. I was gonna use a ghost sound spell to mimic like a lion roaring or something, local to the area that would prey on them to kind of get them to fucking scatter or something. But yeah, I don't have the gooderness for that. So she's gonna 5-foot step again and do another rapid shot. This shot will be very rapid, the rapidest of shots, even. Okay, 2 hits. You love to see it. Okay, it's heavy. That's good. But this does not look like a good fight to be in, so.
All right.
It sucks that one's mauling a carriage, but it is better than mauling a person, so. We can replace a carriage.
Well, Sentis says you are all crazy. And you have very bad luck.
Cecilia's going to agree that our luck out here is absolutely horrible.
Maybe we should hold off on building the tavern and just build perimeter fences.
Well, we should open up more space before we do that.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a good thing if we're going to build.
Cecilia's going to remark that against these things, perimeter fences aren't going to do a lot.
Unless we make them out of entire trees.
It's going to very significantly increase our time out here.
Okay, let's see if I can finally use this feat properly for once in my life. I'm going to target a boar 3 with a power attack. Hopefully I can kill it and I get to use this feat.
What, cleave?
Yes. Oh, yeah!
When you crit, you have a solid chance of actually downing it. It's
okay.
dead.
So, I'm going to activate my cleave ability and target boar 4. I believe I can use a power attack on that, correct?
Power attack is active until the beginning of your next turn. You cannot turn it off now.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not bad.
Alrighty. So I kill Warren and I heavily injured another one. Nice.
Bacon chooses violence.
That is the common state of bacon.
Bacon has chosen maximum damage.
Damn. On the bright side, their initiative is really nicely staggered, so you can react to things.
Yundred is going to decide, you know what, screw it, and he's going to pull out the magic great axe and take it for a whirl. And
Let's hope it is the great axe of boar mauling.
And after doing so, he will charge Boar 1. All right. Attack of opportunity.
Indeed. Because Stan
just have to-
says, I'm tank. I'm going to take the hits. Stop it.
Oh,
It's a natural one.
Tonight.
And
lucky.
all right, he's hitting with a -4/+2, so it's a -2 overall. So
Okay.
roll with the magic great axe. Oh. All right, and if there are any additional effects, let me know. But there is the base roll I have it set to. All right, 16 damage, and that will be Yenrid's turn.
Good work.
All right, Alice, you can unclench and shoot.
Yeah, you say that. Let's see if I actually can unclench or if I'm going to miss both these shots.
I would be all right with you rolling 220s. Just go for it.
Don't say that.
At least hit once.
Yes. Nice.
Oh no, is Boar 2 still mauling the ballista carriage?
Yes.
Bro!
Dude, it's better than mauling us. It's a good thing.
Yes.
Replace a carriage.
I'd rather have Yenrid get mauled.
That fucking carriage shot him.
I wish the carriage is what shot him. It was a bow that did it instead.
He saw it. It came out of the carriage for him.
I mean, yeah, logically that is about the level of intelligence a boar would be able to deduct.
Yeah.
You hit me? Fuck you.
Boars
Pretty much.
really only have one mode, and it's just fucking pure aggression.
Oh god, yes.
Hey, they stop to eat once in a while.
They do it aggressively.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, they have 2 modes: graze and rage.
You're the bard.
There's a reason that a lot of historical figures have died from boar attack, like boar hunting.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, look at a little.
Take the case of Robert Baratheon. He's fucking
He's not a
died.
historical figure. He's a fictional figure.
But it's a great example of what actually happens.
I'm gonna shoot my bow.
Rapid. Shot.
That one is more wounded, so I'm gonna choose it.
You need to make a heal check to determine that.
You're right. I'm sorry, but I'm attacking that one regardless. I would split both attacks, but really, I would rather just ensure one of them stops moving. That seems like the right choice to me. I don't like boars. They're very boorish. And the second one. Yeah!
Yay!
Poor carriage, dude. Honestly, like, to think about it, all that damage could be going on a person. So, like, I call that a win, personally.
I don't think it's actually missed at all.
Well, no, I mean, it's hitting a stationary large object. It really has a low threshold for missing it.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, let's 5-foot step so we can get flanking with Stan. At least Stan's good at that. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Oh, so that is a funny picture you sent,
Oh,
and a very true one. Whack.
I take it. Okay, I was about to ask. Um, I'm going to actually help my.
Carriage, please help the carriage. For the love of God, I don't want to have to leave everything here for bandits.
Actually,
The second carriage.
Yes, after we leave everything here and bring the new carriage back. Because the second carriage is almost at max capacity and will be when we're all on it.
It'll be
Okay.
fine.
okay,
We have wood and tools here. We can repair it.
exactly. So, but Delvin will actually think about it for a second and roll. Even it's a carriage. Okay, it's going
Thank
for the
God.
carriage.
Man, it's all about those material goods.
I have been the one to pay for these carriages, okay? I just
Okay.
want to let you know, I've bought the horses, I've bought the carriages, I've been keeping tabs of our inventory.
Nobody asked you to.
Okay.
Gonna regret that.
Power attack against that boar, as always.
I should buy a carriage.
Nice. $11 damage. Bup.
All right. As long as this boar doesn't crit someone, we should be good. Okay.
And a magic great axe. Go bang.
Yeah, those things have a potential for 40 damage on a max crit. That's spooky.
Max.
Disabled.
Yep.
Put it right at 0.
That is
Well,
it, sir.
Knowing them, it's going to choose that 0 to lash out in pure unadulterated rage.
So disabled is they're at 0 hit points. They're like knock unconscious.
No, they are still on their feet and staggered.
Okay.
They can still take actions, but typically taking an action will knock them out. But you know, all you know is he still ain't on his side.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know the rules for 3.5.
Yeah, at 0 you're disabled. At -1 you're dying.
Go, Cecilia.
Can Cecilia tell that the boar, dire boar 1, is in dire straits?
Nope.
I'm gonna make a heal check.
Sure.
Okay. 11.
Oh, it's certainly bloody everywhere, but that's it.
Doesn't tell me much. Therefore, she is going to choose to try to protect the people because, I mean, she likes the carriage, but for whatever reason, she likes the people more. And is going to double shot with her rapid. And 1 misses. Ooh, max damage.
Yep.
From disabled to dead. Perfect.
Bye bye, Mr. Boar.
She's going to call out to Sentis and Yenrid and ask if they're all right.
Yep.
Still bad luck.
Cecilia's going to agree. She has no idea how all these things just keep wandering exactly where we are. Do you think it's the tree cutting?
Well, aren't you just glad they're not wandering into town and we're out here to intercept?
Oh,
Yes, but I'd prefer if there were less of them and they wandered the other direction.
uh,
We're going to charge and try to get this thing off Delvin while Delvin still exists out from under it.
Right.
Oh. I just realized Delvin's health.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, he's only level 3, dude. He doesn't have a big health pool.
no.
no, yeah.
He needs to retreat.
I don't know the meaning of that word.
So retreat is an action you can take that, or are you being like,
I
facetious?
think he's being facetious.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I was gonna say, it's an action you can take that you can use to get out of combat without provoking.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm like, I don't know the meaning of that word, you little effer.
You retreated from the white.
Okay.
Nice.
I think. Oh,
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
Cecilia's gonna let out a long sigh and remark that, man, Ventus is right. There is something unlucky about this area. There should not be this many weird things coming our way.
Yenrid wants to assess the damage to the carriage.
One side is caved in. Both axles are gone. You have 2 intact wheels, but they're not attached to anything. The other 2 wheels, well, they make for a great fire starter.
Well,
Well, the 3 hardest parts to replace are still there. The floor, the walls, and the ballista.
we'll just leave this here and come back with a new one.
Why?
Because I had another one getting repaired back at the village anyways. The other one, which had a wall partially removed from that giant raptor.
You guys should just go ahead and get carriages that don't have walls. That way, they'll last longer.
Delvin would use his halberd as sort of like something to keep him standing. Like, does anyone have any healing? And he's like laboring to breathe.
Cecilia is going to call over to Centis and remark, did you get enough sleep to reset your spells?
Apparently.
She's going to nod and remark, if you run out or need to conserve them, I have a couple of my own and a decent handful of scrolls. With that, she's going to walk over to the cart and inspect one of the fucked up wheels. How fucked up is wheel?
Is not wheel.
Are there enough pieces of wheel to make it wheel shaped?
Kinda, sorta, barely. I mean, it's like completely shattered. Like spokes over there, the rim, and like 7 pieces over there, up there, and down there, and like the joint is on the axle, which is like over there in the tree.
All right. She will gather as many parts of it together as she can and cast mending on it.
There is not enough intact pieces for that. There's too much missing.
Even to refit some of the broken pieces together.
You can get a few of the broken pieces together, but there's pieces missing.
Hmm.
So it now looks like a wheel puzzle with fewer pieces, but it's still a wheel puzzle with missing pieces.
Well, it gives her something to do when she has spells up. You can just put put pieces of it back together here and there. If she can at least get the wheels together, then, it can move to get itself, somewhere to be repaired.
All right. So, who's feeling optimistic about second shift?
I am. I'm always
Okay.
optimistic.
Oh god.
Between Yenrid and Cecilia, who's going to roll?
Well, do you want to die or do you want to live?
Both.
Yes.
I rolled a 20.
Okay. So you get to have a clean, empty second shift. Who's doing for third shift?
Yay.
Me.
I'll roll for death.
I too will be there also as well.
Alice has chosen things to happen.
It's a very Alice thing to do.
Yes.
No, an Alice thing to do would be to take double crits to the face.
No. Wrong campaign.
Hey, Alice, you hear some strange clinking noises in the distance. What are you going to do about that?
Can I figure out where they're coming from?
Yes, they are coming from the west.
The river area-ish.
Okay. I'm gonna let Cecilia know that I hear this clinking coming from the west.
Cecilia will use her elfie ears to listen and see if she can hear it.
Okay.
Do I need to make a check or can I hear it?
You should make a check so you can determine more than just, is there a noise?
Did I do the same?
23.
You hear the string of a musical instrument, though the noises it's making is definitely not a song.
Really? Can she, you said it was to the west?
Yes.
Does it sound to be on our or the other side of the river?
Uh,
All right, then,
Towards me.
I would like her to inform Alice that she is going to attempt to discreetly investigate.
I did not expect to almost die in that fight. Oh my god!
I'll stay back a bit, but not that if anything goes wrong, I can at least observe and then let the party know, hey, gotta get up, kind of thing. Something goes south. All right.
That's fucked up.
But
Good luck.
would you like me to come with you, or because the sneakiness of pot and pan?
All right, yes,
drum,
she
the
will,
drum, 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 drum.
she will attempt to creep her way on over as quietly as she can and try and get a better gauge of where it's coming from and exactly what it is if it's a music instrument that is not making music.
All right. Let's see your spot check.
Spot is one of my better checks.
All right. So you make your way all the way to the riverside, and there is a lute in the river drifting down, and the noise you're hearing is it colliding, the submerged half colliding with rocks and plucking the entire string.
About how far into the river is this one?
About 10 feet.
That poses a slight problem. Because I apparently have the buoyancy of a potato.
Well, It means you float.
Yes.
If I use my long spear, can I, nudge it towards the shore and keep
Let's-
it from going down?
Let's see a balance check.
Alrighty. Well, I have a better balance than I do a whatchamacallit.
Well, I mean, we
Swim.
don't have candy bars in this game, so that's good.
I do like whatchamacallits, actually.
Too
They are
triangular for my liking.
Mm, I usually like when I eat candy bars, I like break them up, kind of. So that didn't make like a big deal to me.
When I'm eating candy bars, I like my angles wrecked, not tried.
I agree. I mean, they're definitely not my favorite candy bar, but I'll eat them. They don't bother me. Anyway, here's my roll. Ooh.
All right, you have attained loot.
Yeah, she missed it with that. And unfortunately, considering how her last attempt at swimming was going to go, she wasn't going to try for it.
Certainly a unique origin story for a interesting item.
Right? She is going to settle the long spear back up on her back and begin making her way back to camp with the instrument, looking it over.
This one is artistically engraved and certainly better than the one you nearly lost to a monkey and foisted upon a farmer.
It was a bad luck. It was a monkey charm. Ever since we had that thing, we had nothing but monkey attacks. Then I gave it away and the monkey stopped.
That's a good thing you're not monkeying about anymore.
God damn it. But, she'll get back to camp and remark to Alice that it was what'd you say, a loot?
A masterwork loot.
I'm a really nice looking loot that was just floating its way down the river, making noises as it hit rocks.
You're finding a lot of things floating down that river.
She's gonna nod in agreement and remark that you think there's just a hidden settlement up the way? That or, there's a bridge a bunch of people keep dying on? Something like that?
It seems to be that way. Like, that seems a little odd that just, what was it, a bow, a lute? What next? We're going to start finding, besides people.
Based
Right.
on some of these things on this wish list, a warship is an option.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Imagine a galleon just floating sideways down this fucking river.
I'm more concerned why it doesn't have blood splatters on it while it's just sailing down the river, just completely.
You'd want Alice just, nope, no, just walk away.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest, that'd be a fucking really interesting encounter. Like, that's so weird and just out there that, like,
Why are
get
you
all the way
concerned with the
here.
blood spatters on the side? Why are you ignoring the vampire crew on deck aiming ballistas at you?
That's why, nope, if I just see a giant freaking ship coming down the river.
All right. Well, I guess that's third shift. And you guys did a lot today, so I am somewhat tempted to cut off now, given that it is early and we are at first of the day, so you guys can start morning next week.
Oh,
if you
That's
want to,
fine.
yeah.
Press
Yeah.
the button. Deal.
In the meantime, Cecilia's going to blow some of her spells to do some healing.
All right. And I guess that means it's
Before
time
she
to
goes
close
to bed.
stream since go to bed. It's morning. Sun's up.
Sun's only up for people who go to bed. I don't know. Regardless, she's going to distribute some of her healing spells because, people still have boo-boos.
You're a booba. Stay away from my picnic basket.
All right, let's see.
Hey, this looks like something you should be able to find at your store, Kino.
Oh, what does?
fried crawfish po' boy Oreos.
What
I
the
have
fuck?
never seen
What?
nothing like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Never know how.
Can you actually put a picture of this?
He just sent me one. Like, I've had a po' boy before. Like, they're pretty good, but like Oreo variant sounds horrible.
I'm pretty sure it's fake.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, that's got to be fake. But dear God, I hope it's fake. Oh.
I just want to say, Mari landed in Japan today, so she can start sending us pictures of things like dill pickle flavored Kit Kat bars.
Well, does she live up there where they have like that pickle festival, whatever?
No, she's vacationing. So
So
she'll probably be going around picking up souvenirs and stuff, presumably.
She was
What's
given
the-
$150 and told, try all the candy before you come back, because you may never see all that stuff again.
What, by Moose?
By multiple people, it totaled to
Jesus.
$150.
That's wild.
Here, I'll post it in fake memes.
There's a guy on YouTube that I'm subscribed to, and
Here, look in Tavern.
he went up to
I put it in basement.
I think it was Pennsylvania,
The
where they
Oreos.
had a little pickle thing going on up there.
Pickles.
Like,
But yeah,
pickles
that's a fried shrimp po' boy. That's, they're basically just sandwich.
So, Russia is claiming they've killed 150,000 Wagner soldiers and 750 Wagner tanks and captured 4 leaders of Wagner.
I thought Wagner pulled out.
No, the issue is just, Russia's getting their shit kicked in and are gonna try and be like, oh, we're doing all of this. Like, I remember one thing that I forget exactly what it was, but like America had sent or one of the allied nations had sent over some it's either an artillery or air defense system, and Russia was claiming to have destroyed more than were even sent over.
It sounds like this is like Russia's Vietnam War.
They're trying to do psyops and they're failing horribly because their op stack is absolutely garbage.
What? You mean it's not okay for your soldiers to be getting catfished on Grindr while you're invading a country?
Not to mention the fact that they're, live tweeting like hashtag invading and shit like that, like, and then leaving their location data on, and suddenly, oh shit, artillery.
How about the fact
It
that?
reminds me. Go ahead.
How about when Ukraine attempted or announced their intention to strike a particular communications array, and then fired a HIMARS at where they thought it was, in Ukrainian news or Russian news reported that Ukraine missed and provided video to prove it, and then showed the location where Ukraine hit. So Ukraine declared their intentions and fired again, and then Russia said, "Haha, you missed," and showed where they hit again. And this happened like 3 times, and each time Ukraine used that information to adjust their target or adjust their aim, and then end up hitting it in the end.
I still love the one where like there's a ton of soldiers waiting for a speech from a Russian general, and a fucking artillery or no, I think it was a missile, nails them before the fucking general even gets there. Like, that's fucking great, dude.
I think one of the funnier ones to me was a millionaire gets a long distance notification and sees footage of soldiers breaking into his house, and then he tells the Ukrainian government, "Hey, bomb my house."
Yeah, I remember hearing about that one.
So,
Bro got a Ring notification and decided, all right, fuck him.
For reference, that is the picture I was sent.
Let's not forget that Russia lost their flagship of their Black Sea fleet.
Oh god, yeah.
It doesn't have a navy.
3 times.
When was the last time?
Well, the third one, apparently there was a detonation while it was in port, and this was in Russian territory. So odds are it was Russian rebellion that did it.
Okay.
The entire situation there is an absolute clusterfuck, and it is fucking golden.
Oh
I'm
God,
just
yes.
hoping it ends before Russia decides to actually go through on a false flag and just detonate the nuclear plant there. Because I feel like that's going to be Putin's, you know what, fuck it, reaction if he can't get what he wants by the time he decides it's time to give up. Just, I can't have it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's no, the nuclear plant, it's being attacked by Ukrainians, and
Nuclear energy.
they're gonna blow it up. They're gonna sacrifice their whole country.
Oh,
They're
no.
Well,
Stop
you
it.
see, nuclear power plants don't blow up.
My brother in Christ, it's a steam engine.
Yes, basically.
It's a steam engine designed to blow off. It's got more safety features than underwear.
Well, that's the thing is Russia can claim whatever they want and then just fucking sabotage it, cause it to go critical.
Yes.
Like, I do not put it past them to disable safety override and detonate it and then claim, oh, Ukraine did it, just so they can scorched earth the area. Yeah, everything bad would have to happen to make it go off normally. But when it's intentional sabotage, that's different.
They can't pull it off because there's countries watching that power plant because of that exact reason. So there will be live video of every single second of what happens there.
I don't see that mattering to them.
Like
all the stuff they've already claimed already is all stuff that could be fact checked and proven wrong, and they're still spouting it.
Yeah. I believe the UN actually has a committee that's dedicated to watch shit like that.
The UN.
Yeah, but they actually have decent funding.
But yeah, I don't see Russia giving enough of a fuck and just thinking that, oh yeah, if we lie to our people, it won't matter. Because they'll believe us.
Yeah, no.
Because clearly, like, their operational security, their logistics, their leadership, just all the way down to the absolute basics of everything is just so fucking bad. I've seen kids in Arma Milsim with better tactical fucking knowledge.
Amen, yeah.
And Putin is so far into fucking dementia that I just don't see it being put past him to do such a thing. Yeah, is it provable that they would have done it? Absolutely. But I think he's so fucking far out of it that that's still within the realm of possibility that he thinks he can get away with it because he thinks he's a fucking god.
And the moment he does, he's crossed the line that he cannot come back from.
He's already done that. He's been bombing. Sorry, go ahead. I saw your thing light up.
He crossed that line he can't return from, like, within 30 days of this starting a year and a half ago.
Oh, I know.
What do you mean, bro? It's a 5-day operation. Trust.
Like, at this point, no matter what happens, Russia lost. Even if tomorrow the Ukrainian army just suddenly disbands and disappears from the face of the earth, along with all of their equipment so nobody can pick it up and use it to defend themselves, and Russia takes over the Ukraine unimpeded in a couple days that it takes them to drive across the country, Russia's still lost.
I absolutely agree.
If Russia just up and decides to retreat tomorrow and no fighting, no nothing, just give up the land and go back home and decide, you know what, this isn't worth it, they've still lost, and they are not going to recover for a decade because they just are so fucked on the political stage that they're never going to get good trade deals for a decade or more. Their economy's not going to recover even if they take all those people and put them back at proper local economic jobs, they're past the point of recovery. An entire generation is fucked.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Yeah.
Not to mention the just political ramifications beyond economic sanctions. This is not only destroyed their economy, but everything about their military that they've been boasting for the last 40 years has been just put out in the open of just how bad it really is.
Yeah, they went
It's
from being the
it's-
second most powerful army in the world to getting their ass kicked by the weakest, smallest standing army in the world.
like, yeah, they can barely they can't even claim to be a superpower anymore.
No, I completely agree. They're done.
Not Russian. Putin's like inflated ego has, in the span only a year or two, destroyed 40 or 50 years of fucking of psyops, of misinformation, of all their information denial techniques. He has disproved all of it in the span of 2 years, and I think the only reason he's continuing with it is one, there's no way for him to get out of this alive. If he tries to pull out, no matter what happens, he can be tried for more crimes. Or he a more likely option is gonna either kill himself, or B, he's just gonna go until someone stops him.
Well, so the public claims are that Wagner has called off the attack, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow before I believe that, because I want to see some ballerina.
Yeah, the public claims that Wagner's backed off, and apparently Putin has dropped previously given criminal charges against the leader of Wagner.
Yeah, Putin is too fucking narcissistic to forgive. That's why we're still in this 2 years later, or a year and a half
Absolutely.
later.
I
Yep.
absolutely agree. Yeah, there's been so many times, during his quote presidency, I mean dictatorship, where he's quote forgiven someone and oh no, they've unalived themselves, or oh no, they died to poisoning. Oh, that's terrible.
I'm
The
gonna
guy
end
doesn't
this screen
forget.
right here.
Sorry, go ahead.